All right, good morning, guys. We are going to start some rhetorical analysis today. And I'm not going to kid you, this is going to be challenging, all right? But I've tried to put in place um, a number of supports to help you through this experience, okay? And so I want you to keep that in mind. I just want an honest effort here, all right? And so this is going to be a task that we're going to spread out over 2 days. And so I'm going to kind of get you started on part one here. All right. It's a continuation of our work with the rhetorical appeals, particularly in advertising. All right. And so this is how I want you to think about advertising. I want you to think about advertising as kind of a visual argument, okay? And when we first examine an advertisement analytically, we should consider what techniques, devices, strategies, or whatever that the advertiser is using to create appeals that might persuade us to adopt a certain position or buy a specific product. All right. So with that in mind, we are going to continue our work with ethos, pathos, and logos. All right. They're also called logical appeals, emotional appeals, and ethical appeals. All right. And so I've also included um, for you a glossary of terms that you're going to have to use. Okay. By no means do I expect you to quote memorize these words, but I do expect you to be familiar with them, and that familiarity will occur by your having experience with those terms. Okay. And so it's linked here in several places where appropriate, all right, or necessary. I will also put it in resources in classroom, and I will also attach it to the assignment today. All right. And so you're going to need these because a lot of these terms, or need this because a lot of these terms will probably be unfamiliar. But even more importantly, I want you to make sure that you're being really kind of careful and intentional about the terminology that you're using in your analysis. All right. And so that's going to require that you look at this glossary of terms. Okay. Back to the assignment. Okay. So, um, for any of these, if you're not sure about some of these answers, and I don't want this just to become the default setting for you, but I want it to be an option for you, that if you're not sure, I just simply want you to say you're not sure, but then I want you to make your best guess. I don't want you to worry about being right here. I just want you to make an honest effort to try to answer these. And so for those that you struggle with a little bit, simply begin by saying, I'm not sure, but I think, all right, and then just tell me what you think, okay? We're going to look at a Crest advertisement here, all right, for Crest toothpaste. And with this, you are going to go through some steps today. And what I've done down here is I have also printed the text from the advertisement for you to use in case you can't see it in the actual print ad. All right. And so for today, we're going to begin by looking at background information and then just the visual elements. Okay. And so there are a series of questions here. There are 6 here and there are 10 here. Okay. And so for today, I just simply want you to go through and answer these questions. I'm going to encourage you to work with a partner, but if you're working with a partner or as partners, both of you need to write down the answers on your separate sheets. All right. You can collaborate on that. You can write down the same answers, but both of you have to write down answers, not just one person is going to scribe. All right. And so please don't go beyond this point today. This will be starting with the emotional appeals. That will be part 2 tomorrow. All right. And there are a series of questions, as I said. One is to help kind of establish some background information. All right. You may have to do a little bit of research to figure that out. And then for the visual elements, it's to look at the actual visual argument that's being presented in the advertisement, and then to answer some questions that go along with that. I don't expect you to answer these perfectly. I do expect you to answer them with some effort, all right, and with some honest effort. So, with that, let's dig into this today, and then we will also be doing a little bit of work with this as a class, as kind of a model or an example. So it won't be completely brand new to you. All right, my friends, that's it for today. Please only do the background information and visual elements. We'll do the other parts manana.